Hi there, welcome to the April 2024 episode of Greenville Eats. My name is Ashley and welcome back. So this month, April, we've got a lot going on. We've got Keep America Beautiful Month, Arbor Day, and Earth Day. So we're doing all that and celebrating that with a vegetarian sweet potato taco recipe this month. This month we have Miss Abby from the city manager's office helping us make this awesome vegetarian recipe. So Abby, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, good. I'm glad you could be here. So first and foremost, let's tell everybody kind of what you do for the city of Greenville, what your job entails day to day, what projects you've been working on, things like that.
Yeah, so I am a Lead for North Carolina Fellow. I work in the city manager's office on sustainability initiatives. So a lot of what I do is research what other municipalities are doing and see how they might work in Greenville. Sometimes that can involve coordinating meetings with other sustainability managers in other municipalities. And some of the projects I've been working on involve electric vehicles, climatology data, education and outreach, and the biggest one so far has been recycling.
Recycling, always a fun topic. That is something we're going to touch on this episode of Greenville Eats. We have some of our sanitation staff here to talk to us about Greenville's recycling programs and collection programs. So stick with us on that. So are you ready to get cooking?
I am.
Yeah, all right, let's get started. Let's talk about what is involved in this recipe, what ingredients we have here today. So tell us a little bit about what we've got here.
Okay, so first off we have our seasonings. We have paprika, cumin, chili powder, oregano, and garlic powder. Then we have shredded Mexican cheese, black beans, sweet potatoes, and poblano peppers.
Okay, awesome. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we need to do is what? Put the sweet potatoes in the bowl and...
So we're gonna wanna season our sweet potatoes.
Okay.
So I like to do that by putting the sweet potatoes into a bigger bowl.
Okay. There we go.
And then we can go ahead and dump in our seasoning.
Okay.
And then we're gonna need the olive oil.
Gotta get it all.
Yep.
And so it is 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Careful. And just kind of drizzle it.
Putting it in a bowl like this, I feel like helps make sure everything is more evenly covered instead of having like some sweet potatoes that have no seasoning and some that have a ton.
Okay, good to know.
And actually, I think we can add in our peppers with this too.
Okay, sounds good.
Give them a nice coating.
Just smell-o-vision again. The seasonings. It smells really good.
Okay, that's looking pretty decently coated to me. What do you think?
I think so.
Okay.
Let's show everybody real quick. Look. All right, so now we can put our sweet potato mix right in here. All right, and so now we're gonna put them in the oven for about 30 minutes.
For about 40 minutes.
Okay, 40.
But halfway through, we're gonna try to flip them so they're crispy on both sides.
Okay, awesome. All right, so now while we wait for our recipe to cook, we have Abby here, our guest chef, as well as Wayne, crew leader with sanitation, and Billy, who is a refuse collector. So welcome to the show, guys. Glad to have you. Thank you. Abby, thanks for cooking today.
Yes.
And so we are talking this month in April about sanitation, recycling, sustainability, all of the things, because we've got Earth Day, we've got Arbor Day, and it's Keep America Beautiful Month too. So let's start first by, Abby, we've talked to you about what you do, but Wayne, what about you? What do you do in Public Works? What does a typical day look like?
Well, Public Works with us is, I kind of go around and do a whole lot of different things with them. I have done recycling with them. I still fill in for that spot. Also, we carry out carts to new families that are moving into Greenville. And we try to get it word out what recycling is and what garbage is and everything.
Okay. And so what does a typical day look like? It just kind of a lot of that?
Yeah. For me, it's just a lot of that.
A lot of education.
Yes.
Okay.
And just trying to get people aware of what can go in recycling carts and what needs to go into the garbage cans.
Okay, absolutely. So Billy, what about you? What do you do on a day-to-day basis? What is that?
Refuse collector, whatever's needed, maybe doing recycle or
Yeah.
garbage or trash or whatever needed. You know, there's no typical day when you get there, whatever you need done,
Yeah.
you know, you get it done.
Absolutely, I love that. So one thing that I wanted to mention, we have specific days of the week where everybody gets their trash picked up. And I think that we have a Greenville Collects app that our citizens can use to just punch in their address and see what day of the week that happens. But recycling, is that picked up on a specific day, or is that?
It's tied in with the refuse collection. It's picked up on the same days.
Oh, okay, so all on the same days.
Yes.
Okay, perfect, that's good to know. So so everybody can, whatever their day is, put both their bins out. And is it the rule of thumb, try to keep them a few feet apart so that the trucks can get on those?
Yes, as far as it comes with the cans, it's best if we got a minimum of 3 feet from all obstacles from around it. So that's from each can, mailboxes, cars, everything like that, and make sure the cans are not blocked. So when we pull up, we can easily access them with the automated trucks that we have.
Okay, and those automated trucks have made your lives a whole lot easier, because you don't have to get out and potentially, touch something or get stuck by something, or whatever it may be. So what are some other tips that you guys might have for citizens to kind of help make your jobs a little easier when you're collecting?
As far as recycling, keep it separated. When you do when you put the cans in there, whether it's food cans or pets cans where you had the pet food in, clean it out and don't have food in it, because a lot of times we'll come across something with the cans or whatever, and it has food in it, and it's no longer recycled. It's dirty recycled once you contaminate and put something in it, and your clothes can go to Salvation Army or wherever instead of putting them in the recycle, because you got what you call dirty recycle. Yeah. And that goes, some of the stuff goes in other places besides in a recycle can.
Yeah, definitely. So what are some of the biggest things that you see that people put in their recycling that should be put in the trash? Besides the contaminated food and like the clothes and shoes, is there anything else that sticks out?
Clothes. Batteries.
Okay. And those have to be recycled separately.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chemicals, any kind of chemicals and stuff.
Okay.
Shouldn't go in the recycling.
Okay. And then also I think like construction debris, that's a little different. Yard waste.
Plastic bags. I understand a lot of people like to keep their recyclables contained in a bag or something, but any type of plastic bags, it don't matter whether it's a bag from the grocery store, trash bag, or a plastic bag that came off a mattress. They don't want any type of plastic bags mixed in with it. And kind of saying what Billy just said too, was like a lot of people throw away aluminum pans. That's fine. You can put them in recycling, but they need to be cleaned out. I've seen a lot of them still have food in them. So they just need to be cleaned out and rinsed out before they put them into recycling. If they don't want to do that, then they definitely need to go to garbage.
Just put it in the trash if you're not willing to rinse it off or something. Okay. And now contamination. Abby, can you tell us a little bit about, so whenever we have somebody that throws something away that has dog food on it or has food on it, and it goes to the recycling facility, I know you've looked in a little bit about this. What does that look like whenever that comes in with all of the rest of the recyclables? What happens after that?
Yeah, so one of the major projects I've been working here at the City of Greenville is how to reduce contamination in residential areas. So contamination is anything that enters the recycling stream that is not actually recyclable. So y'all mentioned the plastic bags, for example, and batteries and like food and anything of that nature that's not actually recyclable. If there's too much contamination in that batch of recycling, then that batch of recycling, including all of the actual recyclable items, will have to go to the landfill, because the recycling facility won't accept it. Either it's dangerous, it will mess up their sorting equipment, or it's just, it will take too much time that they won't be able to get to the actual recyclables. So it's really important to know before you throw what is actually acceptable here in Pitt County. Some things to look out for that vary. I know here we accept glass, but only at Pitt County convenience sites. You can't throw away glass in your recycling bin. When it comes to cardboard, you can only recycle corrugated cardboard here. So that's the rigid thicker cardboard
Okay.
versus paperboard. That's something that you can find in like cereal boxes, for example.
Okay.
And I believe that we have all of our recycling rules on the City of Greenville's website.
Okay, and now these recycling rules, we base all of our rules and requirements off of Pitt County because of the contract they have with their vendor that does the recycling. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so that's good to know. So, you know, what we can accept is all based on those requirements by Pitt County with their contract with the vendors. Is there anything else you guys want to share with our citizens before we get back to our sweet potato tacos and give them a try?
Just if anybody have any questions or understand, go to the City of Greenville website and educate yourself. The main thing is education. A lot of people maybe just don't understand the whole concept of recycling.
Yeah.
And they don't know a part of it. So educate yourself and go to the website or call the City of Greenville and get, or the county, get all the information you can on recycling.
Yeah.
And then they'll know where to go from there.
And also, like I mentioned before, the Greenville Collects app has a really cool feature, you know, what's in the bin or something like that, where you can literally just type in what you're looking to put in your recycling and it'll tell you recycling, trash, you know, specialty. So I think that's a really cool feature to your point. So that's great because basically what happens, it sounds like, is there could be a whole neighborhood doing all the right things, cleaning everything, recycling it appropriately, and then, you know, one house in that neighborhood puts something in that's contaminated and it ruins the whole batch.
Yes, I mean, we get neighborhoods that does really well.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you hit one street, or you might go across the road where you got another neighborhood and you hit a few cans and it's like, you know, I've just contaminated the whole truck because they got stuff in there that shouldn't be, and now you got to waste that whole load.
Yeah.
And
then it all ends up in the landfill.
Yes.
Yep. One saying that I really liked from Pitt County when I first moved here was for Pitt's sake, recycle. So I think that's a really good thing to keep in mind. Also the know before you throw. So those are just some really good things to just keep in mind. So thank you guys so much. We really appreciate you guys being here, educating us for April and for all the sustainability and the recycling. So we really appreciate it. Let's get some food. Yay! All right, so let's bring these out. Here you go, Abby.
So our sweet potatoes have been cooking at 425 for about 20 minutes, and we are just coming in to give them a good flip to ensure that they are gonna be cooked all the way through and crispy on both sides. Okay, and now they are ready to go back in for another 20 minutes.
Okay. All right, back in 20 more minutes, 425, and then we will be eating. All right, so now our sweet potato mixture is done. So we're gonna pull that out, mix in the black beans, and then we're gonna put them on our little tortillas here. So let me grab that real quick. Oh, wow, look at that.
They're looking nice and crispy. So I have the black beans that I'll go ahead and scoop into our little mixture. And again, mix it around.
Smell-o-vision.
Yeah, smells delicious. Yeah, now we're ready to add these to our tortillas.
Nice. And so Abby, continuing on our topic of sustainability this month, do you have any other tips for our viewers as far as like how they can be more sustainable? This is also a vegetarian recipe, so kind of, you know, how that might work into sustainability.
Yeah. So we can definitely embrace sustainability in our diet. One way to do so is to incorporate more plant-based meals. So don't be scared, we don't have to go fully vegetarian, but swapping some meat meals for some plant-based meals is a good way to do so, and that's because plant-based meals take less resources to produce, a lot less water, a lot less land. A lot of times for livestock, there has to be deforestation, which can lead to a loss in biodiversity, and massive amounts of livestock production also produces methane, which is a greenhouse gas.
Okay. So doing something like Meatless Mondays occasionally.
Meatless Mondays is a great way to challenge yourself. Maybe do it in the month of April for Sustainability Month. And other ways to incorporate sustainability into your diet is to be mindful of your portions, just so there's no food waste. It's great to have leftovers, but just make sure it's an amount of leftovers that you're still gonna eat.
Nice. Love that, all good tips.
Yeah.
This looks amazing.
I'm gonna add a little bit more to this one. How's that look?
Yeah, love it.
Okay. And now we will add some of our Mexican cheese to the tacos.
5 more minutes. It's still on 425.
Yeah.
And just to let the black beans warm up and the cheese melt, and then they'll be good.
And they'll be ready.
All right. All right, everyone. So we've got our sweet potato tacos here with our sweet potato and black bean mixture. We also have some toppings. So I brought the cheese over here because I like a little extra. We've got some jalapenos, some sour cream, limes, and avocados. So is that like just a typical recipe, or can people switch up their toppings?
Yeah, definitely. This is a good base and you can customize it with anything you would like. One option, maybe have pickled onions, or adding some cilantro, or make it as plain, or decorate as much as you'd like.
Awesome. All right, let's dig in. Wow. Yeah. That's how you know it's good, when it's quiet.
Exactly. Fresh lime makes it.
Just proof that vegetarian meals can still be delicious.
Wow, that is really good. So thank you, Abby, for being our guest chef.
Of course.
Thank you guys, Billy and Wayne, for coming on and talking to us about sanitation, recycling, educating the community. This has been a great episode. Love this. Keeping this in my back pocket. So tune in next month. We'll be back in May with another episode of Greenville Eats. Have a happy April. Wayne and...
Stop. That's in my shot still.
What?
That paper.
Oh,
I'm not kidding.
why are you so low?
It's not the low. I have to go wide. There's 4 people in the shot.
I like a lot of cheese.
We have more cheese if we need it.
Okay, I'll add a lot.
I'm a cheese girly,
For sure.
You never have too much cheese.
right?
Okay.